How do you debug JavaScript remotely? Imagine fixing a problem on a website or app that you can't see on your own device. That's where remote JavaScript debugging comes into play. It's like being a detective, but for code running somewhere else. This process is super helpful when bugs only happen on user devices, mobile browsers, or on servers far away from your computer. To start, you need to turn on remote debugging on the device or environment where the code is running. For browsers like Chrome, Firefox, Safari, or Edge, you can launch them with special flags or settings. For example, Chrome uses a command line flag called remote debugging port equals 90 to 22. This opens a port that your local tools can connect to. On mobile devices, you connect via USB or Wi-Fi and enable developer options or remote debugging in the browser settings. If you are working with Node.js applications on a server, you start the process with the inspect or inspect BRK flags. This opens a debugging port that your tools can connect to for troubleshooting. Next, you connect your local debugger to the remote environment. You can do this through your browser's developer tools or your integrated development environment. For Chrome, you go to Chrome//inspect and add the remote target by entering the IP address and port. Visual Studio Code supports remote debugging for Node.js by attaching to the remote process with its debugger extension. There are also tools like that make connecting easier without complicated setups. These tools let you see console logs, network requests, DOM elements, and even take screenshots from the remote device in real time. Once connected, you can use all the familiar debugging features. You can set breakpoints, step through code line by line, and watch variables change. You can also evaluate expressions or run commands directly in the remote environment. This helps you understand what's happening behind the scenes and fix issues faster. You can monitor network requests to see if data is loading correctly, check event listeners for user interactions, or analyze performance problems. There are many tools supporting remote debugging. Chrome DevTools, Firefox Developer Tools, Safari Web Inspector, and Edge DevTools all work similarly. For Node.js, Visual Studio Code is a popular choice, especially with extensions that support remote connections. Is another handy tool that connects directly to remote browsers and shows live user interactions and application states. For React Native apps, remote debugging is often done through Chrome or Safari developer tools, with newer methods like Hermes debugging or dedicated React Native debugging tools. To make remote debugging smooth, ensure your network allows communication on the debugging ports. Firewalls or security settings can block connections, so check those first. Using source maps is also a good idea, especially if your code is transpiled or minified. Source maps let you debug the original source code instead of the compressed version, making it easier to find bugs. Combining remote debugging with logging and error tracking tools can also help catch issues that are hard to reproduce locally. In short, remote JavaScript debugging involves enabling a debugging interface on the device or server, connecting your local tools to that environment, and then using all the familiar debugging features. It's a powerful way to troubleshoot problems that only happen in certain browsers, devices, or production environments. Mastering this skill can save you a lot of time and frustration when working with web applications across different platforms.